Lawndale Community Cable, Television Channel 22 presents Ocean League Basketball, the Hawthorne High School Boys Varsity. And tonight, from the Cougars Den in Hawthorne, California, it's the West Torrance High School Warriors taking on the Hawthorne High School Cougars. Good evening, everyone. This is Dave Marks. I'm joined by Ken Fine for this broadcast. Rufus Washington is on assignment. The Hawthorne Cougars come in with their first victory on the season. They are 1-5 in the Ocean League, but their last game was a successful game as they beat Beverly Hills. Overall, they have won 4 and lost 11. West Torrance is on the other side of the heat. West Torrance is in first place in the Ocean League. They're 5-1, and they just came off of a gritty victory the other evening against El Segundo on their home court, and they are 12-6 overall. West Torrance is coached by Karim Gurgis. He's in his third year at West Torrance, coach of the Warriors, and of course the Hawthorne Cougars are coached by Joe House. As we welcome Ken Fine to Cougar basketball on Channel 22, it is an interesting evening for a basketball game, and certainly a time when a team such as Hawthorne can redeem themselves very quickly.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we're here with a great game tonight. This is in the South Bay. We've got the Cougars, we've got the Warriors. They're ready to do battle, and I'll tell you, I'm ready to watch this game. Get ready for some great basketball, and it's great to be here with you, Dave.
Well, Ken, for most people who have watched these telecasts, they know that Adon Baines is the highly touted point guard for the Hawthorne Cougars. Last week when we did the ball game against Lusinger, he went down with an ankle injury, and he did practice this week, although his play has been limited. He's not starting tonight. They're going to start Thomas Brown, the freshman in the backcourt. So Thomas Brown will start at the point guard position for Hawthorne. As they hit the court, the uniforms look very similar, but Hawthorne is in the gold, trimmed with the maroon. And as the referee gets set to come between them, referee Ryan Ricard, they'll toss it up. And you will be seeing O'Bailey going against David Harris. Taken by West Torrance, and they shoot at the basket to your right. And they're starting tonight in the backcourt, Jarrett Quiddy. Jarrett Quiddy. And they can hit from outside, as you see them do it there. That's Logan Steinhauer with the outside shot, and it's a two-pointer, and they've got the early lead.
It was a great setup shot. They passed it out to him. He took it off on the side corner, and boom, right into the hoop.
I'll see the way Hawthorne will attack it. That's Thomas Brown, the freshman with the ball. And there's a jumper in the lane, missed by Terrence Ford. They battle for the rebound. Hawthorne has done well off the rebounding boards as they're able to keep this one alive, and they will control the ball. As they'll throw it in, Darren Brown triggering the ball in. Gets it to Thomas Brown, and now here's the side shot up and in, and that's a three-pointer. Three-pointer for Darren Brown, and it makes it 3-2 in favor of the Hawthorne Cougars. In the front court with the ball. Keith Allen whipping it around. It's broken up, taken away. Rodney Williams has it. It's a ball to Brown. Brown up on the left side. They go to Ford. Facing the zone. Torrance will play a tough 1-3-1 zone. West Torrance. This is something that they have not done in past weeks, being patient, working it around against the zone, trying to get the good shot. Darren Brown. And there's Williams will look to shoot, and he hits.
That was a very nice up on the top of the court shot. He popped it way high in the air, and boom, right in, and it was a swish shot.
Rodney Williams is an offensive threat when he's able to get his touches. Keith Allen with it out high. Logan Steinhauer, he can shoot, and he hits it again. This is a three-pointer. He's got 5. Making a score 6-5 in favor of the Cougars.
He's hot tonight.
Round to the front court, that's Williams. Face the 1-3-1 zone. Give it to O'Bailey, but it's broken up and taken away. And here comes Keith Allen. Allen to Steinhauer, hand in his face this time. It's not going to go. And the Cougars will bring it across. Thomas Brown, the freshman, handling the point duties tonight. And we get a call, a little bit of a push-off. It looked like McQuitty, Jared McQuitty, called for a hand check. That's his first personal.
Well, I'll tell you, West Torrance has come in here with a lot of speed. They have really kicked up the tempo. They stole that ball on the last play, and they moved it down real quick.
West Torrance is a team that does run the floor fairly well. Here's O'Bailey with the outside shot, going to go off the rim. Follow up by De'Aaron Brown is up and in, but will it count? Well, they haven't given him credit for the bucket yet. Foul on the play charged against West Torrance. The bucket is waved off, and he will be going to the free throw line.
Yeah, he got in underneath there on that rebound, went up with the shot, and was fouled from behind as the center, number 44, tried to reach in and get him.
David Harris committing the foul. The first personal for Harris, second on the West Torrance Warriors. First free throw by De'Aaron Brown gives him 4 points. Joe House having to come up with creative lineups to make up for the loss of Adon Baines. 1 out of 2 with 7-5 favor of Hawthorne. And here's McQuitty to the front court. McQuitty to Logan Steinhauer. McQuitty, number 5, whipping it left side to Allen. They run a 3-guard offense. They're basically a small team. They find Steinhauer open, shoots. This one rims the basket, so he's 2 out of 4. And a rebound to Hawthorne. They will bring it across, going from right to left across your screen on channel 22. Williams, little fake. Close to traveling, and I think he'll get a tie-up right here.
Yeah, he got in a little trouble there. He tried to move the ball forward, cut to the right, and all of a sudden took a stumble with his foot dragging, and he got tied up right there.
Rodney Williams, the junior. De'Aaron Brown. And here's Williams looking to shoot. That one's an air ball. And it's taken off by Allen. Keith Allen to the front court at 16 points against El Segundo. One of the 2 leading scorers in their victory against El Segundo. That's Allen with it, facing the zone. Hawthorne is not a bad defensive team. They work it inside, and one of their best low post players you see there, Travis Miller. He's got good baseline moves, and he's a good low post player. And he puts in 2 to tie the score at 7 apiece.
That was great basketball. They put it into their tall man in the center. He gave a little bit of a turnaround and threw it into Miller in the low post, and up he went.
15 seconds on the shot clock. 4:23 in the first quarter. 7-7 is the score. Now 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. They'll have to work for something. It's Brown with a fake, and he's got it.
Oh, that was clean. He took the ball, just basically gave a little fake, went up with a right-hand shot, and boom, popped it right in there for that shorty.
He's got 6 points. Also has a 3-pointer. Steinhauer left open. He's 2 out of 5. Hit his first 2, missed his last 3. Fast break, there's Williams. And he's going to be fouled on the way up by Keith Allen. Good outlet pass, and he'll earn a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, I think he got a little ahead of the ball, got underneath. He knew he was going underneath that rim, so he said, well, heck, I'm going to get fouled. I'm going to try and toss that ball up there and try and pick up 2. Didn't quite go in.
Rodney Williams is capable of lighting it up when he does get his touches. And Coach Joe House has wanted him to be somewhat aggressive this year, but of course when Adon Baines is on the court, I guess the downside to someone who can score as much as he does is other people do not always get involved in the offense. Well, when a player like that goes out, it forces everyone else to have to get involved. There's O'Bailey. Good offensive rebound, not able to hit. And West Torrance is going to come away with it as McQuitty will bring it up. Jarrett Quitty.
They had every opportunity to score that last 2 points, and they missed it.
Steinhauer doesn't have the shot. Steinhauer going to dribble, give off on the pass to Allen. He's on the baseline. Pretty good move, and he's got a chance for a 3-point play.
That was clean. He went and took the ball, faked it to the left, then went around the baseline, took it down in underneath, and back out, and boom, layup right in. That's textbook.
Pretty decent penetration by Logan Steinhauer as well. This time the foul charge against Sam O'Bailey. That is the first foul on the Hawthorne Cougars, first for O'Bailey. And Keith Allen on the free throw line. Plays a lot of minutes for West Torrance. Not able to complete the 3-point play, but the follow-up is missed. Travis Miller trying to follow it up in the steal at center court. Who's going to control? Contact made, and referee Brian Ricard spots the foul.
Yeah, he got in, I think, between his legs and touched the player instead of the ball, and that's going to get you a foul every time.
Now, I don't know if that score on your screen is correct. On the scoreboard, they have 10-9 in favor of the home team, Hawthorne, but of course, we'll have to get that checked out. Wiping up a little spot on the floor right now. Logan Steinhauer, number 12. Gets it into Quiddy. Facing that zone. Steinauer, he's open for the three-pointer. This time he hits. And Steinauer's got a second three-pointer of the night. He's got 8, and he is about 3 out of 6 shooting. Timeout taken by Hawthorne. It's a 20-second timeout. 3 minutes and 1 second to go. First quarter, West Torrance 12, Hawthorne 10. Timeout taken by Joe House.
Yeah, Steinauer is basically, they're getting the ball open to him, and he's taking the ball and he's putting it up high. That way, in case the defensive player tries to get in his face, the ball is going to go vertical up and over that player, and that's what you just saw there. He put that ball up before a defender could get him. The ball went in the hoop, and he made 3 points. He's not super hot tonight, but he's doing a job on him, and he's putting points in the hoop.
Would you like to re-clarify your position? In other words, you're saying he's
doing okay out there.
He explained it so well. Play back in, the voice of Ken Fine. Here tonight on Channel 22, Hawthorne with the ball. Rodney Williams. And the shot is put up and missed, no good. David Mitchell in the ball game took that shot. And it's kicked out of bounds. David Mitchell, a junior. And a few problems with the clock. Had a couple of problems with the 35-second clock here in past weeks. And trying to get it straightened out. The 2:45 mark of the first quarter. And I think we got it about right. The 2 referees tonight mentioned Brian Ricard and Greg James. Hawthorne with the ball. Swinging it around now. Got Williams open on the right wing, and he's going to shoot off the front of the rim. Williams again off the pass from O'Bailey. And West Torrance has the rebound and a foul. So 2 opportunities, not able to convert. And this pace, well, it kind of favors West Torrance. West Torrance is a team that plays a decent half-court game. They can push the ball up on you, and in their victory over El Segundo, it was a very low-scoring game in the low 40s. So yeah, this kind of pace favors them. A more frantic breakneck pace favors Hawthorne. As it goes inside that time. Travis Miller not able to hit. A little loose in the lane. Hawthorne's got it. Hawthorne Cougars. Rodney Williams. And there's Mitchell with a bomb. He got glass.
A nice bank shot there. Took out from the three-point land area and just popped that baby up, and it went right in.
And the Cougars are leading by a score of 13-12. Steinauer. The running one-hander won't go. Offensive rebound. And here's a little 12-footer, rims the basket. Rebound Hawthorne. Outlet to Mitchell. They've got a little bit of a break, but it's broken up by Allen. Good defensive play. But it'll stay by way of the Hawthorne Cougars at 1:21 to go in the first quarter.
Great defense by number 14. That ball was coming down on the fast break. That would have been 2 points, but he got in between them, knocked that ball over, and tried to recover it. Couldn't quite do it.
Randy Devery coming into the ball game for West Torrance. And do I see Adon Baines? Yes, Adon Baines is in the ball game for Hawthorne for the first time at the 1:21 mark. Side shot no good. Jermaine Humes also in the ball game for Hawthorne, so Baines and Humes are in. And that's going to be traveling. Traveling called in there against Travis Miller at the 1:03 mark, 13-12.
Looked like he tried to take a pace in towards the basket before he put the ball down. Once he put the ball down, they just surrounded him.
So we were told they'll see how long Baines can go. He's playing the off-guard position right now. Nathan Patrick with it. And there's a side shot. It's up and in. Side bucket by Mitchell. And it's a three-pointer. He's got 6. 15-12. Make it a 2-pointer, excuse me. So give him 5 points rather. 35 seconds to go first quarter. There's Allen, gonna let it fly, air ball. And he'll be going to the line. On the non-box out, David Harris puts it back up and in. Harris All about 6'4", and he'll be going to the free throw line.
Well, he's doing a great job underneath both baskets. He's getting in there, he's competing, he's bringing down the rebounds, and that's what you got to do. This time he brought the rebound back, and then he went back up with it, and he scored it. And he's doing a good job underneath.
The foul committed by Humes. And our score is tied at 15 on the free throw. 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. That's Baines with it. Baines between circles. Side to Nathan Patrick, now to Baines. Top of the key, Humes has got it.
Nobody saw that one coming. They just passed it right into the free throw line, and he just turned around and popped it. Nobody defended him.
That's his first bucket. And answering right back. West Torrance able to answer, as that's a three-pointer by Steinhauer. Steinhauer's got 11 points on 3 3-pointers in the quarter, and as the first quarter comes to an end, it is West Torrance 18, Hawthorne 17.
Well, I think I'll change my view on Steinhauer. If he's got 11 of his team's points, he's doing pretty good. That last basket there, he popped that baby up high again, and it went right in. He's got a good eye for the basket. He's got a good distance right around that three-point area. And they're going to have to get out and defend him, because if they don't, he's just going to sit there and he's going to continue to pop them in.
In their victory over El Segundo, he was not that successful from the three-point line because their defensive strategy was a little different. Now, of course, if you come out and you play a box and one on him, you do have someone like Travis Miller who's very good on the baseline. He's only got a bucket for 2, but he's very effective on the baseline. Got a good move there. But all in all, as the fans wave with the smiles, it is 18-17, a close ball game. Team that is not doing well in Hawthorne against a team that's in first place. Of course, a win for Hawthorne does not jump them up into first place, but it does quite a bit for their confidence. As West Torrance gets the ball, Randy Devery in the ball game now with Jamal Piwan. That's Piwan with the ball, back to Devery. Harris with it. There's Allen left open, shot rims the basket, and Humes has got the board. Humes to Patrick, and to Mitchell. Humes left open off the front of the rim. Harris on the rebound. 18-17, favor of West Torrance. Coming out a little high on the defense now. Allen with a little move, goes baseline, and he's gonna get the bucket, and he's going to the free throw line. Went there with that left hand, and Keith Allen has got 4, pending the three-point play.
Yeah, beautiful play. Get it into your point man, your center. He's at the top of the key. They pass it into him. He just does a little bit of a pass to his left, goes right to Allen. Allen's driving. Allen drives it right in, and boom, you're in for a basket plus a foul.
That foul committed by De'Aaron Brown. That's his second. Follow up on the non-box out again. David Harris puts it up and in. Thought coming into the ball game that Hawthorne would be able to hold their own on the boards. Has not happened in the early stages of the second quarter. Air ball shot. Follow up by Humes, no good. And here comes West Torrance, a lead 22-17 at the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. That's Piwan with it outside. Good pass down low. And the easy opportunity missed by Harris. Harris had a good one. Set up perfectly, but not able to hit. Maine's coming the other way. He's going to let it fly. He's 0 for 1 on the outside shots. Don Baines gets hot. He can score about 5 or 6 in a row. And try to go off the dribble this time. Will pass. It's Patrick. Now it's Brown. He's had a hot hand, but not this time. And it's Allen with it. They look to push it up. That's DeVry. DeVry has a shot knocked away by Don Baines on a defensive play. And West Torrance retains possession.
Yeah, the Cougars just don't have the height underneath. So what they're doing is I think they're seeing a little frustration there. They're trying to shoot from the outside. Instead of working their shot in on offense and trying to move in and try and get it underneath, they've got to go up against that height, 6'4", Harris, and it's making a little bit of a problem for him.
That's Allen. Back to Piwan on the left side. And they find the open man on the baseline, and he's pushed out of bounds. Logan Steinhauer back in the ball game, pushed out. And be a foul charged against Hawthorne. As they spotted Hassan Ketter on the foul. Hassan Ketter into the ball game. That's his first. Go inside, it's broken up, but West Torrance is going to retain possession. It's P1 to Allen. Back to P1. And he's left open again, and he'll hit again. Steinhauer, he's got 14 and 4 3-pointers. Ketter coming the other way, rims the basket. And Hawthorne hasn't had a bucket in quite a while. And they're only getting one shot.
He's hot tonight. Steinhauer is just turning on the gas now.
This one broken up, taken away. Lead out to Baines. And he's going to be called for palming the ball. Baines being guarded that time by Jamal Piwan. Hawthorne hasn't led since 17-15. They've been outscored 10-0 since the latter stages of the first quarter. They trailed 18-17 at the quarter. They've yet to score a bucket here in this second quarter. Piwan with it, up high. It's to Harris. And underneath, the guy who works that baseline in the low post fairly well. Putting it up and in, that's Matt Belante, who's checked in. 10-point lead now for West Torrance. Hume's going to let it fly. Not able to go. Rebound grabbed by Keith Allen. Allen to Paiwan. West Torrance controlling the boards right now. Allen with it. Back to Paiwan on the left. David Harris. Back to Harris. From the paint, he hits. Harris has 6.
They just see their tall man. They're using him. They say, we've got the advantage. Let's use number 44, and they're passing it into him, and they're just killing him.
Here's Humes again. This time he'll hit, and it's a 3-pointer. So Humes breaks the drought. He's got 5, and that ends the 12-0 run. Actually, 14-0 run. Harris a little fake. Tries to go glass, not able to hit. Ball kept alive. Knocked away, and they'll spot a foul. This quarter has kind of evaporated sort of quickly. 3:54 to go in it. 29-20, West Torrance Warriors.
I'll tell you, you look at this young man, number 33. You're going to see him here in a minute. He's taking a free throw. Harris, he's 6'4". He's got an advantage underneath. And what he he said, hey, we got that advantage. Let me use it. Just give me the ball, and I'll get in there. And what they're doing is they're going to him. And then what they're doing is they've got Steinhauer on the outside. So the guys, what does Hawthorne do? They can't play both sides.
Well, they get a little bit of a reprise right there on the miss. Ball slightly mishandled by Vince McKinley. Now underneath, ball punched away at the 3:35 mark. West Torrance with it. Trying to go up by double digits. That's Allen into Paiwan. Matt Belante. Paiwan, little one-on-one move. Logan Steinhauer to Paiwan. They whip it around. 8 seconds to go. And they get the open shot by Keith Allen. And Allen has got 6. Taking up a lot of the shot clock at a 3-minute mark to go. There's an off-balance shot that won't go. And this is going to be West Torrance ball. So only one back.
Earlier I said that number 33 was Harris. That was Belante. He's been doing a great job underneath.
Well, David Harris also, number 44, he's been doing a great job. And, you thought that the Hawthorne Cougars might have somewhat of a shot. They were very aggressive off the boards there in their last ball game, but that's been nullified in this one. As Jarrett Quiddy comes back into the ball game for West Torrance. Gets it to Logan Steinhauer. He's the high man with 14. Keith Allen to the Quiddy. Running shot from the lane is up and in. That's his first bucket. Jarrett Quiddy, he's got 2. And a timeout taken by Hawthorne at the 2:28 mark. 33-20, West Torrance with the lead. And they've done it from the outside and from the inside.
Yeah, Jarrett Whitty's been kind of quiet lately, but all of a sudden maybe he's going to get in this game and start to score. He looked there pretty clean. He drove, got high in the air, and popped the ball in. He can really get off the base of the floor and really go up, and that's what helps him. He gets that ball level, and boom, he's going to pop him in.
Hawthorne second time out. Coach Joe House trying to stem the tide.
He's going to have a hard job tonight, because I'll tell you, West Torrance is that the prime way to play.
And Thomas Brown back in the ball game. There's Williams, 3-pointer won't go. They've gone cold from the outside. That's an understatement. And West Torrance trying to go up by 15. Jarrett Quiddy with it. Bursts the speed down the lane, and he'll draw a trip to the free throw line as he's fouled, that time by McKinley.
Yeah, they're opening up now. They're saying, okay, we've taken them to the middle with the big men. Now let's pull the big men out to the sides, and we're going to open up the middle and let Jarrett Whitty go down the middle and draw those fouls, and that's what he's doing. He's drawing fouls, or he's getting in there and making that layup.
Well, they've scored almost as many points now, 33, almost, I say, as they did in their victory over El Segundo, which is a battle for first place. That was like a 45-44 ball game, a very, very close ball game late into the fourth quarter.
El Segundo's had some great basketball teams in the past, and they're up there every year.
2 free throws giving Quiddy 4 points. It's 35-20. Hawthorne on the bad end of the score. There's Mitchell with it. And Terrence Ford is checked back in. Terrence Ford can give Hawthorne a little height, but right now he's outside, and you can't do anything when you turn the ball over. It goes back now to West Torrance. Score was 18-17 at the first quarter break. They've only got 1 bucket to show for it in this quarter, a 3-pointer by Jermaine Humes, and that's been it. Jarrett Quiddy finding someone underneath. That's Allen on the good pass going in from Steinhauer, coming way from outside, and Allen will draw a trip to the free throw line.
Well, you can see why West Torrance is such a good team and why they're in first place. They really work the ball. They look for those openings, and I'll tell you, that ball went from the outside to the inside so quick. If you saw it on TV, it was inside, and the only thing that could stop that player was a foul.
Well, Keith Allen has yet to hit a free throw tonight. Now 0 for 3 from the free throw line.
I'll tell you, he needs to work on his free throws, because when it comes to the championships, he's going to need every one.
0 for 4, so he shacks that one. And this will be a foul charged against West Torrance. Marcus McNeil into the ball game now for Hawthorne. The 1:40 mark of the first half. Keith Allen will check out right here for West Torrance. He's had a fine ball game. And Sean Brown seeing his first action for West Torrance. He's in the ball game, so West Torrance with a relatively small lineup on the court right now. So are the Hawthorne Cougars. Working it against the 1-3-1. Forward will shoot it. That's an air ball. And they look for a tie-up, but instead there's going to be a foul. And it's going to go against Hawthorne. The Hawthorne Cougars over the limit means that some free throws will be taken once again. Tonight, some games that are taking place in the Ocean League. The losing Olympians, the other team that we cover on Channel 22, are over at El Segundo, and that's a ball game that has some second place implications. Torrance is at Culver City, and the Beverly Hills Normans are taking on Miracosta at Miracosta. That's what's going on tonight in the Ocean League.
Well, I'll tell you, you couldn't be in a better place. There's basketball all over the South Bay here tonight, And I mean, any place you go, El Segundo, you go here to Hawthorne, you've got a good game to watch.
This one was a good game in the first quarter, but it's kind of, from Hawthorne's perspective, gotten away. 36-20, one free throw made by Brown. And that's another air ball. It's to the point where you're going to have to start counting the air balls they've shot in the second quarter, and they've shot in quite a few of them, enough to make you notice. Under the 1 minute mark right now. Garrett Quiddy with it. Outside to David Harris. Good back pass. Good back pass by Steinhauer. And the bucket put up and in that time.
I'll just tell you, Miller just took that up and like finger rolled it right into the basket. Beautiful, beautiful layup.
Sean Brown, the beneficiary, 38-20. And there's the outside shot by the freshman that won't go. Offensive rebound. And the putback by Terrence Ford. So,
Terrence really got in there and got in underneath against all that height and went back up on the basket. Did a great job.
They've definitely been lacking that. Steinhauer with 14 points. Now he's looking to find the assist. Not able to get one there. Tip won't go. 4 seconds to go. They'll get the last shot. It's Williams from half court. Off the rim. That's about as close as they've come this quarter. Better than some of the air balls they've shot, but they were outscored 20-5 in the second quarter. It was 18-17 at the first quarter, and a 20-5 second quarter for West Torrance puts them up by the count of 38-22. So we're at the half here from the Cougars Den in Hawthorne, California. West Torrance High School Warriors 38, Hawthorne Cougars 22. We'll come back with the start of the second half in a moment. Welcome to the start of the third quarter. Hawthorne with the ball. They trail. They've got the first shot, and they've got the first bucket. And the first bucket goes to Thomas Brown. That's his first three-pointer. 38-25. West Torrance shooting at the basket to your left. The uniforms looks similar sort of color, but that is them with the ball right now. Harris with it. He had a big first half. Spreading out in the paint. They're 0 for 1. Adon Bain starting the second half. He's got the ball. Playing on that gimpy left leg. Here's the open shot that rims the basket, almost went down. As Williams took it, not able to hit. And the first foul of the second half is going to be charged against the Hawthorne Cougars. And it's against Sam O'Bailey. And he'll have to check out because that is his third personal foul. 38-25, second quarter, not very generous at all for the Hawthorne Cougars. They trailed only by 1 at the end of the first quarter. Were outscored 20-5 in that second quarter. Here's Allen, good running one-hander down the lane, won't go. And a rebound, battle for that rebound. Little wrestling match inside. Travis Miller, he's going to be spotted for the foul.
Yeah, Hawthorne can win this game. They can get back in this game, but they've got to get aggressive underneath the hoop on the rebound. The rebounds have been going to the West Torrance team, and that's what they've got to change.
And of course, losing O'Bailey, that not a good thing. Running one-hander, no good. And on the miss, it's West Torrance with the rebound. 6:50 to go in this third quarter. There's Allen with it. And of course, they're going to have to do a good defensive job on Logan Steinhauer as we get a whistle on a play. This will be a tie-up, a jump ball, but the arrow is pointing in favor of West Torrance. So West Torrance will retain possession. 17 seconds. Well, actually, they'll reset the shot clock. And Steinhauer will throw it in. Having a word now with the West Torrance coach, Kareem Gargis. Now the referee, Greg James, is going to walk over to the scorer's table. I don't know if they were supposed to reset that. Kareem Gargis, in his third year, graduated Cal State Northridge in 1993, originally from Houston, Texas.
Good-looking young gentleman, and he's done a great thing with this team from West Torrance.
Joe House, originally from Mississippi, been here in the Southland for a number of years, former minor league baseball player in the New York Met organization.
Looks like he should play football. You know, he came from the Washington Redskins or something. Big man.
Well, I think they're saying that the clock should go back to 17 seconds, the shot clock. Is there anything on a held ball situation if it's going to stay by way of the team that had possession? I don't know if you are supposed to reset, and I think that's what they were talking about. So, in fact, it will be West Torrance with the ball. But they'll have only 17 seconds. It doesn't get reset back to 35. West Torrance, first place in the Ocean League, 5-1. They're 12-6 overall. Hawthorne Cougars, not quite as fortunate, 1-5 overall. Actually 1-5 in the Ocean League, and overall they're 4-11. Their first win came the other night against Beverly Hills in league play. There's Quiddy with a good pass off underneath. They're able to keep it alive. Allen with it. 7 seconds to go. Quiddy will shoot. That's an air ball. And it's going to go back to the Hawthorne Cougars.
The fans are getting into the game here. They're saying air ball. You know, they're not going to let that one go by.
Don Baines of the front court played sparingly in the first half. And there's the starting point guard with his second three-pointer of the night, Thomas Brown. He's a freshman. He's got 6. And it's down to 10, 38-28.
I'll tell you, Hawthorne's come out of the shoot quick on this second half, and they're ready to make those baskets. They're doing some great rebounding, and they're moving the ball.
Look a little more lively in the second half of Don Baines. Baines going to let it fly. Not able to go. Battle for the rebound, a jump ball. And this will go by way of Hawthorne on the tie-up.
Yeah, that shot was just a little far out. I think he should have given his team a little bit more of a chance to move the ball around down underneath and maybe got a score. But he fired that ball from way out on the left sideline there.
Hassan Ketter coming up with the tie-up, held ball situation. Baines again. Behind a pick this time, and that one not able to go. Don Baines has yet to mark in this ball game. And that's Quiddy with it. Jarrett Quiddy for West Torrance. And away from the ball, we get a whistle, and a call is going to go against West Torrance.
Well, it looks like Hawthorne's getting a few breaks here. They're getting to have the ball a little more. They've just got to take a little more time and try and get the ball inside. What they're doing is they're saying, well, let's shoot it from the outside. You're not going to win it that way. You've got to move the ball around and get it around to your players so you get better shots.
Well, they try this time. That's Ketter. Ketter has the ball knocked away and a foul. This time they do try to go to the right low post, and Ketter matched up in there with David Harris. Harris commits the foul, and that'll send Hassan Ketter, the senior, to the free throw line.
And I'll tell you, that's a big foul because that's the guy you got to get out of here. If you can get 5 fouls on him, you're going to be in good shape because you're going to open up that middle a little more.
Well, even from Hawthorne's point of view, better than that, I believe they spotted Travis Miller, and that's 3 for Travis Miller. So if that were Harris, it would only been his second, but it's 3 for Miller, and Miller is usually a force on the baseline. Tonight, he's been a force on the boards, especially in the first half, so he'll have to be substituted as Ketter hits 1 of 2. He marks for the first time. It's a 9-point ball game. West Torrance has yet to score in his third quarter at the 5:18 mark. They led 38-22 at the half. Still have a fairly comfortable 9-point lead. Allen from the outside. And now away from the ball. We have a timeout taken by Karim Gurgis and the West Torrance Warriors. 5:07 to go. West Torrance in this third quarter, leading 38-29 at Hawthorne.
Yeah, we're seeing a total different game here now by the Cougars. They're coming out and they're playing a little more aggressive. They're doing a little bit better underneath. They're trying to get the rebounds. I think the coaches pulled them aside and said, hey, you guys have got to get us the ball. If we don't get the ball and all you guys do is shoot it, we're not going to win this game. And I'll tell you, they're only 9 points behind right now. They can get this game up close if they are very careful and work the ball. And so far, they're doing that in this second half.
You folks out there like soccer? I'm going to ask you again, do you like soccer? Well, if you like soccer, women's soccer style, the Hawthorne Lady Cougars will be on your airwaves, Channel 22, this Tuesday. See the Hawthorne Lady Cougars in action Tuesday. It'll be from Hawthorne, Lady Cougar Soccer. The game is going to be rebroadcast Thursday at 7 o'clock. So that's if you like soccer. If you like basketball, 5:07 to go third quarter, 38-29. And even if you don't like soccer or basketball, stay here. You might grow to like it. West Torrance with the ball. Into the ball game, Nathan Randy DeVry, number 11. They both wear the same number, DeVry, in the ball game. They throw that one away. Harris not able to control. Here's a 2-on-2, broken up momentarily. And the shot knocked away. Ball blocked by Belmonte. And they're able to control. So a decent block by Belmonte, knocking it away. And another possession for West Torrance. And here's DeVry with the three-pointer, and Randy DeVry gets them into the books for the first time in the second half. It's 41-29.
Yeah, they've been quiet so far this second half.
Torrance forward, they go inside Ketter. Ketter's shot is blocked. Shot blocked that time again by Matt Belmonte, second block. Second consecutive block. As we approach the 4-minute mark to go in the third quarter, Randy DeVry on the right side to Allen. DeVry, who hit that last three-pointer, they look for Harris. Harris double-teamed, and he's going to get called for steps. Put it on the floor and moved.
Yeah, I think he lost his balance. He tried to move off back away from the Hawthorne player, and he lost his balance, and he took just a short step, and they caught him on that one.
Well, the Hawthorne Cougars have their opportunities. They're going to have to start making the best of them. Thomas Brown has had 2 three-pointers in this quarter. That's Adon Baines, and he hits for the first time.
Oh, that one was shot straight up and came straight down, and nothing but net. I mean, a beautiful shot for 3.
8-point ball game. DeVry to Harris. And there is the other Harris. Actually, Keith Allen hitting. He's got a total of 8 points. Makes it 43-32. Favor of West Torrance, Rodney Williams outside. Bottled up, finds Ketter, came close to traveling. Back to Williams, he shoots, it's blocked. Ketter keeping it alive. There's Williams underneath, good passing, and they get a bucket. Torrance Ford gets the bucket on the good passing, keeping it alive.
It was great work by Williams, number 25. He never let that ball out of his sight, got it back, passed it off to another player. Great assist.
And here we get a steal. Thomas Brown gonna lead the break, and he's fouled. Thomas Brown off the steal, and he will be getting a trip to the free throw line. That foul will be charged against the big fellow, David Harris.
It's another big one there going at him, and they're getting those fouls, and this is what they want to do. They want number 44 out of there. If you can get that big guy, you're going to do more work underneath.
That's 3 now on Harris. As he misses the first free throw. That's a foul committed. But have to take advantage of the free throw line of when it is given. It's 1 out of 2. He's got 7. It's an 8-point ball game once more, 43-35. Harris will come out of the ball game, and Matt Belmonte will be back in. Matt Belmonte and Travis Miller will be the 2 big people for West Torrance as they have the basketball. Randy DeVry running the point right now. It goes to Allen, back to DeVry. He's going to let it launch off the front of the rim. And it's Hawthorne with it. That's Ketter from the outside. Patrick from the foul line, got it.
They're playing great ball now. They're taking their time. They're moving the ball. They're looking for the open man, and they're getting it to him. And that open man was number 11, and he was there.
Nathan Patrick, 6-point ball game. Playing a little better, it's man-to-man defense, and that'll be a traveling. Ketter, man-to-man defense, and he forces Belmonte to travel. So for the first time since the first quarter, the Hawthorne Cougars with much spirit at the 2-minute mark of this third quarter, and they can cut it to 4 or less. Come to the front court, a whistle on the play, and this call will go against Hawthorne.
He took that little hop and jumped up, and he took the ball with him, and they're going to get you every time. But I'll tell you, you can see in the faces of the Hawthorne players, they are now starting to get that confidence, and they are moving that ball, and they're saying, hey, we can win this game.
Randy DeVry has been in there most of the way at the point in this quarter. They look to go back door, but nobody there. The door is closed. And in what has been not a very good quarter for West Torrance, they've only got 5 points in this quarter. whereas Hawthorne had only 5 points in the second quarter. But they still lead. Nathan Patrick with it. Thomas Brown. Now it's Ketter. Ketter shot blocked. And it's blocked once again by that same fellow, Matt Belante. He's had about 4 blocks in this third quarter. Allen with it. Looked to go baseline, broken up, taken away. They haven't found much on that baseline in this quarter. And that's a Don Baines with it. Don Baines against DeVry. He's going to shoot. Battle for the rebound. This is going to be West Torrance ball.
Well, I'll tell you, whatever the coach for Hawthorne should do, this squad he's got on the floor right now, the 5 players that are working, number 4, 11, 25, and number 21 and number 3. These are the guys you want. They are performing. They're getting and keeping the West Torrance from scoring, and every so often they're getting down and scoring down on the other end, and that's where you're going to win the game.
That's DeVry on the left side. Quiddy. Try to get it into the paint. Now the kick out, and they're not able to hit. Patrick has his pocket picked, and this is going to lead to a 3-point opportunity. Travis Miller hit after the pocket was picked, and it makes it 45-37 after the foul is committed.
Yeah, that is the first play that you've seen by West Torrance this half start to bring them back to some semblance of cohesion out there on the court. They have not been playing well, and things have been falling apart for them. They haven't been moving the ball down inside or outside very well, and that's given Hawthorne the ability to pick their pockets so far, I think about 5 times so far this half.
Not able to hit the free throw. They're aggressive on those boards now, and the aggression is starting to show. The held ball. As you see the ball taken away. It's kind of poked away. And it'll lead to the bucket and the 3-point play opportunity.
That was great thinking. He just got it right down between his legs, and number 30 took it up and popped it in.
This is West Torrance ball on the possession. Way out to Jarrett Quiddy. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. 8-point lead for West Torrance. They can take the last shot. Not heard anything from Logan Steinhauer in the third quarter. He played limited minutes. He lit it up in the first quarter. That shot is partially blocked. They come away with another offensive rebound. A third attempt, no good. Almost a tie-up. Hawthorne trying to get the last bucket, and they won't. They almost come away with it, but it just rolls off, and that's how the third quarter comes to an end.
You should have seen the people here in the stands. They were hoping that ball was going to go in. That's what you like to see, some action like that. But I'll tell you, if you look at the 2 players that are really taking it to West Torrance for Hawthorne, is number 4 and number 25 underneath. It's Rodney Williams and Hassan Ketter. They are coming down and they are saying, hey, we have decided we're taking the territory. You're not going to get in on us, and we're going to take the rebounds. No more for you guys, and they're doing a heck of a job down there.
It's definitely something they lacked in the first half. Defensively, Logan Steinhauer did not mark in the third quarter. He had 14 at the half, had 4 3-pointers to lead everybody. Keith Allen still has 8, David Harris 7. Leading scorers for West Torrance at the end of 3. And for Hawthorne, it's sort of spread out. Thomas Brown is 7. Lewis White is 6, but Lewis White did not mark in this quarter.
I'll tell you, the cheerleaders are having a great time out here, and the people are having a great time. I'll tell you, I'm having a... How about you, Dave?
Well, I'm an objective reporter, you know. I'm not allowed to say. Getting set for this.
You're the new Chick Hearn, baby.
Yeah. Tried to get me to buy a raffle ticket at halftime. That's for sure.
Yeah, here's your 2 players. Those 2 players you just saw. Number 4 right on your right, and number 25 who was on your left. They are really doing a job down there.
This is Evo Mason along with Adon Baines as we start the fourth quarter. Mason with it. Mason saw some action in the first half. Mason's going to shoot. Not able to hit. So it's an 8-point ball game as we get into the fourth quarter. West Torrance would like to cement their hold on first place. And instead of a held ball, it'll be a holding foul. Charge against Hawthorne.
I'll tell you, that looked clean to me, but, well, that's the way the refs see it, maybe a little bit better.
Well, the Hawthorne crowd not in agreement with the call. And it'll be a throw-in from under the bucket. Randy DeVry looks for the trigger. And that'll be a travel. So back to the Hawthorne Cougars.
Number 11 and number 4 got in there, gave some real good defense and forced them to move with the ball, and they got another turnover.
It was a 1-point West Torrance lead at the half, rather at the first quarter. Here's the three-pointer, got it. Three-pointer by Rodney Williams. He's got a total of 7 now, and it's a 5-point ball game. This is the closest they've been. Allen on the charge to the bucket, and charge he did. Offensive foul, charge against Keith Allen, and the ball goes back to Hawthorne.
Well, I'll tell you, this young man right here, he is doing a heck of a job. He's come into the game, and he said, I'm going to defend, I'm going to make it. And he just made a three-pointer, then he goes back down and forced the other team to charge on him. What a great player.
There's Baines with it, back to Mason, out of Williams. Patrick. As Hawthorne goes small, ball knocked out of bounds. Basically 4 guards on the court, along with Hassan Ketter. We've got Mason, Patrick, Baines on the court. And Williams. That's Williams with it. Mason fakes the three-pointer, now to Williams. He'll launch it, and he's got it again. He's got a total of 10. He's in double figures, and it's 45-43. Hawthorne trailed by 16 at the half. Here's Allen on the drive to the bucket. Won't go. They can tie the score. 3-on-3 break. There's Williams. Little spin to the hoop. He got it.
What a play. He took that ball, went down in where impossible odds, did a spin shot, and kaboom. You saw that shot. That was spectacular play by number 25, Williams.
This ball game is tied. It was a 16-point lead for West Torrance at the half. They led by 8 at the end of 3. 6:11 to go. It's 45-45. And West Torrance has yet to score in this fourth frame.
Williams came in just about with a minute. Here you're going to see that play maybe. What a spectacular play. Oh, nope, this is our shot prior to give us that three-pointer. But I'll tell you, I'd love to see that layup again. That was spectacular if we could pull that. But the thing is number 25, Williams, came in just with about a minute left in the first half. He played for that minute. You could see maybe a semblance of heat lit there. And he's come in this second half, and he has literally lit this team on fire. And Hawthorne now has tied this ball game. They've made the deficit up, and holy smokes, where we didn't have a game, we got us a ball game here tonight.
Well, one thing Joe House said as we take a look at the replay, he talks about stamina. We'll get to that point in a second. And we should see Williams on the little spin move to the hoop where he got the good roll.
Here you're going to see it. Here comes Williams. Boom.
There goes Williams.
Yeah,
we'll catch that later.
It was so doggone fast, I didn't even get to see that play, man. I mean, he is quick.
45-45. Coach Joe House knows that his team usually is capable of playing good defense, but they tend to tire out in the later stages of the ball game. Well, they seem like tonight they have been able to conserve that energy. Baseline drive, and will this be a held ball or a foul? They're going to spot a foul, much to the disagreement of the home crowd, as Travis Miller drove the baseline. Foul charged inside, and it looks to be on Ketter. No, check that on Patrick. And as you can hear, the crowd vocally disagreeing with that call.
We've got an audience here that does not agree with that. They think that was a stuff right there, but it looked pretty good for a foul.
So that's Miller untying the score. It's his first free throw. He's got 5. Hawthorne had a lead very early in the first quarter. And 2 free throws. He's got 6 now and a 2-point lead at the 6-minute mark. 47-45. Mason with it, back to Baines. And it's thrown out of bounds. Mason looking to hit Mason. And on the turnover, back to West Torrance.
Yeah, when you throw that ball, you got to know where you throw it.
And you got to know how tall the player is that you're throwing it to. There's DeVry with it to Quiddy. Looking for Allen. Allen didn't have the shot. Back to Quiddy. Back to the foul line. That shot was partially deflected as Harris took it. Looked like it was partially blocked. Hawthorne trying to tie the score. There's Williams. Williams back out now. And it's in and out on the miss. On the kick out, Mason not able to hit. And West Torrance will have it.
I'll tell you, they've really done a job on number 44, Harris, for West Torrance. The coach has basically told his players, pull out, but when he gets the ball, get in on him real quick. There you go. They're watching him.
DeVry with a hand in his face shoots an air ball. Underneath, they're not able to hit the follow-up. They get it a third time. There's Harris, and we have a whistle. And the call will go against Hawthorne.
Well, I'd have to say it looked like he took a few steps there going backwards. But then again, he was being pushed a little bit forward. The aggressiveness was there. But I'll tell you, this has been we're a 2-point spread right now, and this is a great game. This could go any which way.
Logan Steinhauer, remember him? He's coming in now in the fourth quarter at the 4:49 mark. He'll replace DeVry. That's, DeVry is still in there. There's Steinhauer. The ball is thrown away. Steinhauer throws it away. Coming back into the ball game is Thomas Brown. He's got the basketball. Thomas Brown replacing Nathan Patrick, who had a couple of good minutes. It's O'Bailey from the foul line. Got it.
And that basket right there was due to Williams' steal. He's there every time. He's really guarding that left flank, and he's not letting anybody get in on him.
Score is tied once again at 47. There's Harris to the right hand, not able to go. Tough offensive rebound by DeVry, and they turn the ball over.
So far on this second half, West Torrance has had to have turned it over at least 10 times, and those turnovers are literally killing them. They are turning the ball over. They have only scored, 6 to 8 points this half. Their scoring has gone way down.
Baines with the ball. Chance to give Hawthorne a lead. Carnell Cannon into the ball game for Hawthorne. That is he with the ball right now off the pass. On the baseline, little whirly-bird shot won't go. At the 3:50 mark, score is tied, and here's West Torrance with a chance to untie it. There's DeVry, quickly back to Allen. They look for Harris. Back to DeVry, he's spotted. Air ball. Hawthorne with numbers. But there's a steal, and now West Torrance has numbers. If they hurry. Harris, he's going to be blocked and fouled.
That's a good foul to give. You don't want them to get the points the easy way. Make them earn them, get up to the line, make them make those free throws. And number 34 could give a foul, so that's what they did. You don't want this game to swing the other way, and that it's tied right now.
3:28, tied at 47. That is number 4 for Sam O'Bailey.
Well, you can see the coach for West Torrance is up on the sideline. He's worried. His team is starting to have a little bit of problem with this team that's ranked 1 and 5.
Well, in the JV game between these two schools, the game went to overtime. It was a similar ball game, and Hawthorne won the ball game in overtime.
Well, we may be going there with this one.
2 clutch free throws for David Harris. 49-47, West Torrance. Hawthorne has not been able to regain the lead since early in the first quarter, but they have done gallantly. And the shot is blocked. Cannon's shot was blocked, and West Torrance has the basketball. Allen near center court to Harris. Looking on the baseline, back to Harris. Not able to hit, rebound Bailey. Bailey with it. Up court quickly, and they said he turned it over.
Yeah. Hawthorne needs to take their time, move the ball down, and get the shots. What they're trying to do is maybe try a little bit too much, and they've lost some good opportunities to get the ball down there and get a couple of points. And by losing those opportunities, they've given them to West Torrance.
Under 3 minutes to go now, 2-point lead for West Torrance. They led by 16 at one point. That's Quiddy with it. Jarrett Quiddy to Keith Allen. And he traveled. 2:45 to go now in the ball game.
Allen's quick. That's the guy you're seeing right there. He's very quick, and sometimes his feet get a little bit ahead of him, his dribble, and that's what happened to him right there.
Lewis White will check into the ball game right now for Hawthorne. He had 6 points in the first half. And he will check out. Actually, Mason will check out. That's White with the basketball. And down to Thomas Brown. Brown doesn't have the shot. White will shoot. Not able to hit. Battle for that rebound, and West Torrance has it. 2:25 now to go in the ball game. West Torrance 49, Hawthorne 47. Jarrett Quiddy and Keith Allen in the backcourt right now. Harris on the baseline. Miller cutting through the lane. Dribble is taken away. Loose on the floor. They're able to keep it. 8 seconds to go. The turnaround, and he hits. Travis Miller with the bucket from the lane, and it's a 4-point ball game after the dribble was almost stolen. Hawthorne almost had it. Now they're down by 4. Minute 50 to go. Baines going to let it fly. Not able to hit. Offensive rebound. Back up goes Cannon, and they say he travels.
Oh, they called him for traveling because he was falling backwards. But there was a push off. There was a call there. And the crowd is not too happy with that.
Well, Coach Joe House has sat Adon Baines down now. Of course, playing on that gimpy leg, gimpy ankle, and he's only marked one time tonight. 1 3-pointer. He's taken quite a few shots. Of course, way under his average for a ball game, but I don't know if Coach House liked the range of that last shot. Now it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, you look at that and you wonder, Harris might have had a bump on him there. What you got here is the coach for Hawthorne had to give his players, number 25 and number 4, who were doing a spectacular job with his squad, a little bit of a rest. They had been in since the first of the second half. So he's pulled them out, and he's brought in some other players. Well, their scoring has not excelled again, and that's where it's given West Torrance the ability to pull 4 ahead. But I think you're going to see number 25, Williams. He's coming back in, and the thing is, hopefully they'll reignite it. But he had to have a rest. I mean, he'd been playing a long time. But heck, they're young kids. They can play the whole game and have no problem. There's a lone fan there, just waiting to have their turn on this basketball court someday.
He'll get it. He'll get that shot.
He's saying, I can play that guard position, and I'm going to be down there someday.
Well, it's going to be West Torrance ball, 1:44 to go in the game. They lead by 4. They led by 16 at one point.
You got your 2 big players, 4 and 25, the guys who were really keeping a good defensive play down there.
Now, there may have been a technical foul or something called here because Logan Steinhauer is going to shoot. And that's his first point since the first half when he had 14. So if that is the case, this is going to be a real tough break because not only will they get free throws and a chance to pad the lead, but they'll get a possession and a chance to work the clock. It's 2 for Steinhauer. And it's a 6-point ball game. West Torrance, 1:44 to go. And they, in fact, do get the basketball.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't want to do is get a technical this late in the game. Especially every point counts, so you don't want to give the team that ability.
Hawthorne a little frustrated with the way some of the calls had gone. And as you see, West Torrance content to take the air out of the basketball and use the 35 seconds. Harris looking for someone to cut. Allen doesn't have it. And there's Miller spotted, and he hits. Big bucket for Travis Miller. He's got 10, and he's had 2 big ones down the stretch. An 8-point game, 1:10 to go in it. There's the long shot by the freshman that won't go as they rush it. And not able to hit Thomas Brown, and West Torrance has the ball as we approach the 1-minute mark, looking to go up by 10. And if my calculations are correct, Hawthorne has only scored 2 points in this quarter. They trailed, well, no, that's more than that. They've scored 10, actually. They've been outscored, well, it's been a 10-10 quarter, but of course they have yet to make up the difference. 51 seconds to go. And Quiddy will be on the free throw line, but first the timeout.
Their big change came when the coach for Hawthorne pulled number 4 and 25 out and switched his squad. That's where they started having problems. Now he's trying to pull it back in, but it's a little too late because there's only 51 seconds. He's 8 points behind. It's going to be tough to get this game back in his favor. And that's just the way the game goes. But I'll tell you, Hawthorne has done a spectacular job here tonight. They've got nothing to be afraid of. And I'll tell you, the coaches for Hawthorne have done a great job. And in the future, you can see this team has got potential.
Well, the future for them is Wednesday night right here at the Cougars Den. They'll be playing El Segundo. Ooh. Hawthorne against El Segundo right here. And as far as your Channel 22 broadcast schedule is concerned, next Friday night we'll be in Beverly Hills, where the Loosinger Olympians will be taking on the Beverly Hills Normans. So chance for Channel 22 to take it to the road next week.
I'll tell you, we had so much good football in the season this year. We had Loosinger winning a championship here and then going up into the playoffs. And I'll tell you, we've got so much good basketball in the South Bay. And it's just been a spectacular sports year this year.
If you want to look a little further ahead into the schedule for Hawthorne, next Friday night they'll be at Miracosta, which will not be an easy one, of course. Quitting on the miss. Hawthorne trying to keep it alive, and they will. 46 seconds to go. They trail by 8. Don Baines will check back in. Baines will be in the ball game for Lewis White. Baines going to go to the running one-hander, and he got the roll. It's 5 points for Baines. 55-49, 34 seconds to go. And they foul quickly to stop the clock. And
boy, that was a little bit touchy-feely. Williams got in there, and he just barely had his hand on him, and they just zipped him with a foul. They didn't even, bother to let him get a slap on the ball.
And that's his 5th personal foul. So Rodney Williams has fouled out. He's got 12 points, which leads the Hawthorne Cougars. And he, as you keep mentioning, Ken, was one of the major catalysts on their run that enabled them to get back and tie the ball game at 47 apiece. But they were never able to get quite over that hill. And 33 seconds to go. Keith Allen on the free throw line. Keith Allen, the right person to put there. He shacked it 4 times. And he shacks it again. He's 0 for 5. 30 seconds to go now. Thomas Brown with it.
They don't have time. They've got to shoot that three-pointer.
Maine's not able to hit. 20 seconds to go. The foul committed. And they'll walk it up the other end and shoot some more free throws. West Torrance wants to hold on to first place. They'll be considering what Loosinger will be doing tonight at El Segundo. Will depend on if they keep it or not.
Well, I think tonight we've seen that West Torrance has some problems. They're a 5-1 team up against a 1-5 team of Hawthorne, and they've only got a 6-point lead. They should have a commanding lead in this game. That means that they've still got some problems they got to work out.
The win over El Segundo was a very hard-fought one that went down to the wire. So he shacks 2 of them. And with 20 seconds to go, will he get another? Maybe a lane violation or a foul. Looks to be a lane violation, so David Harris will get another. Will he go 0 for 3? Well, he's able to hit that one. He's in double digits, 10 points. Just going to have to shoot. And they get the bucket. Quick timeout as Mason hits. He's got his second three-pointer of the night. Gives him 8 points. 11 seconds to go, 56-52. Still some possibility, but they need some things to happen kind of quickly.
Hey, we've seen more than magic happen in different occasions. What's got to be done, Hawthorne has to do a full court press. They've got to put the pressure on. Then what you do is you figure, okay, we figure, the coach is saying, guys, we're going to get the ball. We get the ball, get it to one of our guards, get it out on the outside of the three-point line. Try and draw a defender up to you and shoot the three-pointer. Figure you're going to make it and get the foul. At that point, hopefully, you might make a 4-point play. But, I mean, that's an iffy. But that's what the coach has got to be saying. We got to try this.
And West Torrance will leave Keith Allen on the court. He, of course, is the man they'd want to foul. He has yet to hit a free throw tonight. They get it in, and they have to foul quickly. 1 second ticking off the clock, and unfortunately, they foul a good free throw shooter, Logan Steinauer. He's 2 out of 2 tonight. And keep in mind that technical foul situation with about 1:40 to go when it was a 2-point ball game, actually a 4-point ball game, and made it 6. Well, if it weren't for that, situation would be a little different right about now.
Yeah, I think that technical foul was against the coach. He got up and yelled at one of the refs. And I bet you he's standing there going, I wish I wouldn't have done it, because at this point, we might have pulled this game.
Logan Steinauer, 4 3-pointers in the first half. Quiet in the second half, except for the foul line, where he is now 3 out of 3, 17 points. 57-52. Hawthorne needs 2 3-pointers, to say the least. 18 for Steinauer.
Coach is saying, don't even foul. Just let them come down, let them shoot it. That way they'll have no problem.
Thomas Brown, as Ketter will take it. That'll be an air ball, and the clock will run down, and this ball game will end. And the Hawthorne Cougars are going to come up on the short end of the stick here tonight in Hawthorne. Well, you have to say it was a gallant effort, and that is no understatement, especially in the latter stages of the third quarter and into the fourth quarter. They took a 16-point halftime lead and got the score tied at 47-47, but simply the car got stalled and they ran out of gas, and they lose by 6. The technical foul situation didn't help. And the team now drops to 1-6 in the league and 4-12 overall, whereas West Torrance increases their hold on first place. They have now won 6 and lost 1, and they're 13-6 overall.
But tonight you got to see one of the better games. You got to see a team that fell behind by about 16 points come back, tie the game, and they only lost it by 6 points. That is a great game to see. I mean, I was stunned, and you get to see these games. I mean, you can't beat it being here on Channel 22 and seeing this game. I mean, it's great.
Well, they did play, they didn't look like a 1-5 team for most of that second half, and you noted the play of Rodney Williams and Hassan Ketter. In the first half, we were noting how they seemed to be playing small. They couldn't get anything done, but the second half comes, and they're able to rebound well, and that rebounding and the aggression got them back into the ballgame.
Yeah, they got in there, and they decided to make a change and change their team's way of playing, and bam, that made Hawthorne come back into the game. And I'll tell you, you can't beat that. What a spectacular performance. You're going to see these guys next year, and they're going to be good.
As they do have quite a few juniors on the squad that will be coming back next year. Well, it was fun working with you tonight again, Ken. Obviously, the wardrobe was left home one more time. I don't see the Atlanta Falcons hat there.
Last-minute call, and I'm pleased to come out and work for Channel 22.
And
Great crew out here. They do a great job with the cameras and everything, the staff inside. You can't beat working for a better crew. And I'll tell you, they bring you these games day in and day out. And you know, when I'm not here, I'm watching them at home or taping them, whatever I can do.
Well, Rufus Washington on assignment tonight, not able to make it. Rufus should be back next week. Now, if you like soccer, if you are a soccer fan, you'd want to be here on Thursday because we'll be airing Hawthorne Lady Cougars soccer. Hawthorne Lady Cougars trying to get back into the win column. They lost a game last week. We'll have that game for you. It's if you are a soccer fan, if you enjoy women's soccer. And then, of course, if you like some more basketball, well, it's Losinger next week. We'll be at Beverly Hills. That should be an interesting one. The Losinger Olympians will be the visitors, the enemy, going up to Beverly Hills to take on the Beverly Hills Normans next Friday night. These Hawthorne Cougars will be at Miracosta, but we'll be at Beverly Hills as we pick up the saga of the Losinger Olympians, who right now are battling for second place against El Segundo. So that's going to do it for tonight's ball game. The Hawthorne Cougars come up short, 58-52, despite a gallant effort. I'm Dave Mark speaking for Ken Fine and everyone here at Channel 22 saying so long and have a good evening.